Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. Okay, so today we're gonna use some of the dollar store stuff that I got, and if you're curious about the dollar store haul, I picked out 5 things from the dollar store that we can use in our art journal, ATC cards, art in general. This is a piece of cardstock like paper, you know what I mean, from a mixed media pad, I guess is what it is, mixed media paper. And so I get asked a lot about watercolor. And so today I'm going to use watercolor. Now, here's the gig. Go to Walmart, Staples, wherever, all the schools, I'm like talking like you could, that's the Italian or something in me. You can go and you can buy Crayola, okay, watercolor. I don't know if the dollar store has watercolor. I am going to look, I'm going to do another haul coming from there. And I'm going to do my best to video in there while I do it. So, because you guys love the other one. So I thought, oh, I'm going to do that. A million stores I want to go to get supplies. So we'll see. Inexpensive supplies. So there we go. Now I'm going to use my Crayola one. I guess I used it all, or it's downstairs somewhere. Lord only knows. This is not a Crayola one. This is a Kuretake, I believe it is. Let me look. It's, yeah, Kuretake. It's my favorite watercolor. I'm not going to lie. If you're interested and you want to have this, they come in smaller sizes, bigger sizes. I will link my Amazon down below. Thank you guys for going and buying any of my stuff that I have on Amazon. I get a couple pennies for it, and it really helps me with medications and stuff like that. So I'm forever grateful. So yeah, so if you're interested in this, I will also put Crayola and other inexpensive watercolors down below if you are interested in shopping on Amazon. But if not, go to AC Moore and Michael's, use a coupon, get it. Go to your, they have all the kids stuff out and the school stuff, go buy it there. This is just happens to be what I have here, but it could be anything, okay? There we go. So I'm going to use a paint brush, and we are going to use watercolor, and I'm going to use, come here, we got these textured papers from there, and where's the other thing? It's over there. All right, I'll grab that after. Oh God, my leg, I got bit by a mosquito. Not happy. Okay, so let's decide what we're going to use first. Okay, let's see what this one does. And all of you guys who have been patiently waiting for your Punchinella and a little treat from me, a little something something, it is going out today's Saturday, Monday. I just had to wait to, because shipping is, even stamps and whatnot, because I want to do it like where I could just use a stamp, but gosh, they can be expensive. Not a big deal because I love doing giveaways. And as a matter of fact, go check your name underneath the video where I said about getting the free clay. And I posted in the comment on one of your names who the winner is, and instructed you how to get in touch with moi. Okay? All right. Here we go. So I'm going to take my water bottle, and I'm just going to give a quick moisten, which I hate that word. You could see how much I love this. I mean, I'm almost, look at that. And plus Emily loves it too, so we both use it. Okay. I am begging Emily. I'm like, come on, Em, come back and do videos. Come on, Em, come on, Em. So I don't know. She keeps, my cats are fighting. I'm sorry. She keeps, yeah, I want to, but hasn't yet. So first, let's do a light background, and I'm going in for some yellow, which I don't have too much in there, but we're going. And I'm going to do this. Now I'm not a watercolor artist. I know you guys who have been with me know that. So I'm not going to be doing any gladiolas or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? The only watercolor I use is for mixed media and for when I try to do watercolor, but oh, the sun, come on. I can't today, guys. I can't. I just want to play and paint. I'm also going to have a question up. I love doing the questions and seeing what you guys, what your answers are. I think I'm just going to take a little bit of orange or red or whatever this is just to make it a little darker to see. And I'm just going like this. I'm not going to worry too much how straight it is. Okay. Okay. Let's take this. And I'm going to use this textured part. See that? Why is it in threes? I don't know. And I'm going to lay it down. And you all know the song I usually sing when I put laying down, but I'm not. Oh, ooh, okay. Now it's going to, too much water, I see. So it's going to kind of blend back, but I'm okay. And any of the dark that I'm picking up is being redistributed into the lighter parts. So I'm going to get this again. Suck it up, Veda. Suck it up. My nail here's how weird YouTube is anymore, okay? Not to mention, well, there's a million things to mention, but I did a video the other day about my nails, which I've now painted black. I did a video. And they won't let me monetize it because they said there's adult themes in it. I've asked them to review it. I've done a million things. And I'm just like, whatever, I'm just not going to get monetized for it. What is even in it? It's a nail. I'm like, I went and watched it back. I didn't curse. I didn't anything. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but it's adult content. They said. So I don't know if any of you guys out there who do videos have ever had that happen. I don't get demonetized too often at all. Or not demonetized, but like having to have a review. It doesn't happen much anymore because I don't do videos like I used to where I had language and we had adult humor, which I love. I am an adult humor kind of girl, you know? I turn into a 10-year-old little boy when the word BOOB's on, and you know what I mean? So I dig it, but you can't be like that anymore, and that's fine. I mean, I could, but can't on YouTube, and what do? Nothing. So look at that. So that is great texture, and I love the way the variation. So that is the one from there. I'll probably end up doing another one, but what I'm gonna do, everybody's gonna be like, wah. I'm gonna take my Mod Podge Ultra Matte Spray, and I'm gonna give it a shake, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray off in there. I'm gonna just go like this. And what this is gonna do for me is, for the most part, and I don't need it to do for everything, it's going to seal it. And I'm gonna take my heat gun that is now glued to my. Now, depending on how much I sprayed on here, because it's watercolor, and it'll maybe reactivate it a little bit if I, in the puddles, but I'm not worried about it. But I like that texture. And something else I like to do, let me see if I have any here. I am like a, let's get all we can out of what we got, right? So let's say, I'm going to take a piece of printer paper right here because I'm cleaning up today and I have piles because I'm a pile person. I'm like, oh, I'm going to clean up today. Here's a pile, here's a pile, here. I don't know what the heck my life is. Okay, so I like to do this. Let's see if we have any transfer. And you see how we're getting a little bit of that, and it'll soak up any, what is sticky underneath here? Must have glue. This will just help get any puddles or anything up off of it. Leave that there. What on earth? That must be the resin from the other day. I guess I'm gonna have to change that. But I mean, look how cool. Look at that. Ooh, it's like you could touch it, right? Okay, so now let's do some turquoisey tealish things. And I'm gonna wet my brush. If I could bring this over here, but I mean, I don't know how much. This is like a green. I'm gonna say teal. And let's just kind of add a layer like this. And like I said, this is backgrounds of like where you don't have to have 6 million things. If you have a watercolor kit, where you either have 2 watercolors or the pans, whatever you have, I'm gonna use it. Use it in different ways where you are. See how I go light on there and it's not relifting that? I don't know how well you can see that. Let me see if I can move you in a little bit. Let's see. Maybe I can do it down here for you, like right here. Watch. See how it covers it, but it's not lifting it? Oh, life, I love this stuff. I'm having a really not a great day today, and painting and art makes me happy. Reading you guys' comments and it just makes me very happy. Because I tell you, and you guys, I'm sure each and every one of you know, life sometimes is so unfair and so like you just think to yourself, "Ma," you know, but that's all right. Tomorrow's another day, they say. So I decided I'm going to paint. I get asked this question so much about the watercolor for mixed media, and I've done a million videos. All right, so we used one of our dollar store stuff. Now you see I'm wetting my brush more. And I'm just going to pull this down a little bit. And I love all these, but I'm just going to kind of just bring it in a little bit. And you see how you get a little tinge of the green? And all right, so I'm going to clean my brush. Clean it, clean it, clean it. And I'm going to give that a second to kind of dry. I'm going to hit it with my heat gun, and then I'm going to spray it. And we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to layer. When we're done, you're going to just have, see, let me see how if I can explain in Kelly terms because I'm wacko. But if you look at this right now, what color is coming at you? It's the blue, right? But if you go in and you look and you're like, oh, but look in the background. That now got pushed to the back. So keep an eye on when we go to the next layer, okay? How this blue, which right now is like, when you look, you're like, bam, why is this happening? It's how it's going to be pushed in the back, okay? And we're going to do that. I'm going to grab this other piece that I got from the dollar store. Okay. All right. This is one of my favorites. I might have to get another one. I've been using this like crazy. So we're going to use this next. So what I'm going to do is, and I want these to stay full like this, all right? What the heck is my life? Why is it doing this? Does it still do that? And I don't care. They're wet. I don't care if they kind of run or whatever. I'm all good with it. It just adds to the deliciousness. You know what I'm saying? This will probably end up being a little bit of a longer video because of the drawing and all. I could go and edit it and add music to it, and then so you guys down below, let me know, would you rather me do that? Like do these things and then just add music or a voiceover? Sometimes I do that anyway because I'll start recording and my my cats or my dogs, they like to bark and want to go out, and the cats start playing and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to take my paper again. I'm going to lay it down the best I can. I'm not going to worry too much. Give it a squish. Give it a nice rub because you want it to make connections. And then pull it off. And you see how you're getting all this extra little stuff? And you can even, oh my God, Kelly, you can even see like the texture that you're getting when you, so you're getting a whole other ball game in there, right? So I'm going to take my Mod Podge Ultra again, and again, this is matte, and just give it a quickie. Again, I don't care when I go over to the next part if it runs a little bit. It doesn't matter to me if some of it's not covered, but I want, you know, some of it to stay. Stay, please, just stay with me. Stay with me. Don't ask. Chicka, 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 chicka. And you can see, like I can see in the video, like when I do this, you can see it dry. I mean, literally, it's going to take a minute to get the majority of it dry. Now, I'm not here to sell you the Mod Podge Ultra or anything like that. I will link it down below because it's some good stuff. If I would use the regular matte Mod Podge, which you can, but understand it's going to smear a little bit because you're adding wetness, where this is just laying on it. And I'm not moving it so much as I would be if I was using a brush. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go over it one more time. Okay. Okay. So I'll lay my paper on it one more time just to lift up any of the Mod Podge Ultra. Not sticking. Okay. We good. All right. So let me show you. So you see we got all that in there. We got this. And we're going to go on to the next thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down here. And remember, you don't have to have sprays and all that. I'm going to have a couple videos coming up of sprays, but that's not today. That's not today with the sprays. Now, I don't want to cover everything, but I want some of these squares. So what color? How about a darker blue? So I'm going to wet my brush. I think I'll go into this, like, this looks like it might be ultramarine or phthalo or something. I'm acting like I know. I just know it's a darker blue. That, no, actually that might be, okay, who cares, Kelly? All right, so here we go. And I'm gonna, I'll go like this. Let's just run it over it. Because we don't have to have it all right. I love that noise too. Oh, a little bit more. A little bit more. It's going underneath. I don't care. I'm all right with that. Look at me. Do you see me going? I don't care. I'm going to wet my brush a little bit more and get... Now remember, we're working watercolor. So watercolor, you don't have a lot of control. Do you know what I mean? It kind of controls you. You end up being its bee. You know what I'm saying? Without saying it. I'm okay with that. Because I want to be watercolor's friend. I want to paint a beautiful rose with watercolor. Will I ever? The gods only know. But at the moment, nope. I try and I try. All right, let's lift this up. Oh, yeah, look at that. And I'm okay with that. And then if let me move this for a second. Let's leave it drip because we do enjoy a good drip, don't we? Come on, baby. Drip it down. I think I need another color of this. Maybe I'll turn it this way now and work on, I'll just move it a little bit over here. I will rinse my brush. How about a little, oh, magenta. What? Yeah. Oh, it's going underneath. It's because I got a wet brush, but guess what? It's all right. I'm going to go like this. And when it mixes with that blue, we're going to get a purple. Look at that. She's going to town. Now, if I'm like, oh, I really don't want that like that much, I can go in and like suck some of it up with my dry brush or my brush that I wiped off. If it bothers me, it really doesn't, but I'm just showing you. Then I go wipe it off on my paper towel and just set it down again. I can, look at me go. What am I even doing? I don't know. Paint makes me excited. Okay, I don't know if these were necessary, but I'm happy with it. So let's turn it this way. And I think down here we need a little bit. So what I'm going to do is where it got underneath, I'm just going to set it here. Okay, and I'm going to push it and push it real good. Okay. Yeah. Mamma mia. Yeah. See, I just went all that. Oh gosh, I am loving this already. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Let's just say that. Okay, so you see where we're at? We're just doing a background. I'm not doing anything fancy. I like this, but you know what I want to do? I want to take my water bottle and I just want to give it a squirt. Sometimes squirts are exciting. You know what I mean? It depends on what you're in for. Okay? That's what she said. All right. Look at that running through. Oh, I love it. So what I'm doing is I'm just giving it a quick dry so I can take off the rest, most of the moisture and then seal it. But you see, nothing's getting lifted. We're just layering and layering and layering. Oh, I love that. Purple. That's it, baby. Run, run, run for the hills. Run for your life. Come on. That's excessive moisture, Kelly. So going down. There we go. And just push it. And if it smushes it, oh, she rhymes. Push it if it smushes it, it's okay. And then you're just getting all these delicious, like, and turn your paper different ways. You don't have to always, be doing it like that. Look at that. Look at how we're starting. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll tell you when I'm done. For those who are interested, I'll tell you when I'm done. So I can finish this. And then those who want to hear can stay. I really need to do a live stream. Oh, we have so much fun. I'm having a hard time. I've tried to get on the live streams. I tried the other night. Stacey Evans had a live stream, and I was just watching the TV with Dave and Emily, and they were watching some Bigfoot thing or something, and I was like, eh. So I was on my phone, and if I watch it through my phone, like there was a live stream, so I'm trying, and it put me in the room and everything, and I was trying to type, it wouldn't let it go through, it just kept spinning, 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 and then I got kicked out. That was for Stacey's, and then like a few weeks ago, oh geez, who was it? The art Sherpa, I think. Anyway, she had a live stream and I was trying to get in that, and I get in and I'm all excited, and then it kicks me out, or it just spins and spins. And the weird thing is on my computer, I can go in live streams. Plaid has them all the time and I have no problem. But on my phone, I don't know. I don't know. It's very upsetting to me. Because I was all excited because I see all my friends in there. I'm like, I want to be a friend. I want to go in there and talk, and I want to support people, and I can't on my phone. So, I think that was a little overkill, but that's it, right? I was all upset about this. I can't find my, what the heck did I do with it? I have my cardboard. I'm to look in there, but I have my cardboard so I can do some of that too, but I can't find it. Oh, is that, maybe that's it right there. I'll have to look. But yeah, so I want to do live stream so bad, but I don't want to go when somebody else has theirs because I find that disrespectful. I know you guys tell me all the time, who cares? People will come see you if they want to see you. But then I'm like, wonder if nobody wants to see me. And then I don't want to be disrespectful to the people because I know like Stacy and I know the Art Sherpa, like they do live streams quite a bit, and I would never even consider going on when they're live. Who else does? Mary does. Who else? What is it? Mary Atelier. I know she does live streams a lot. And I can't off the top of my head think who else I always see. I don't know. So that's my tea today. You know what I'm saying? Look how cool this looks though. Look. So now what I want to do is, I can see that's still a little bit wet, but I want to get, this is some of the cardboard from the cardboard piece that I was from the dollar store. I'm going to do this just one more second here, and then we're going to do that. Okay. So, I mean, we've used a couple of the dollar store things in this for the background. Not everything. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the sponge brush, which I thought I had out, but I didn't. And, oh, there it is. You know, so that's, we'll count them, but I think that's, okay. So here's the cardboard piece that I had. So I'm going to take my paintbrush, and it's wet because it's watercolor, but I'm going to just tap it off because I don't want it to be soaking wet, right? Like you want to be able to not have water drip because we want it on here to make a point. Now, what color do we want to do? I don't want it too dark. So I wonder if we do this color. But I'm not going in too wet because I want it to deposit color. And obviously, you know, the more water, the more transparent, the less opaque. So let's see. Oh, that's a pretty one. Well, that goes nice against that brown, girl. That might have to be a thing that I do. All right, so let's do it here. And I'm just going to push it down. You see? So I need a little bit more water, a little bit more paint. Let's see if I can get this as dark as I want it. If not, I'll just get another color. Now, something else you can use these for is when you do this with the corrugated cardboard, use it. So if you're in your art journal, let's say I did a background and I wanted to use this to journal, you could go ahead and stamp with this, see this, and then you can write on the lines and you get, you know, pretty straight lines. Because I can't have a straight line to save my life. All right, I'm going to go with some dark purple, some deep purple, but it looks blue. And I'm not, you know, worrying about things that much. I think I'm going to let that one drip. Let's do one more. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I like that. I'm going to have to move you back. Now, do you see, what am I doing? Do you see how all those things got pushed to the back, right? So we have our dots. Okay, now that's a background. All these, because these are darker and that's what our eye is seeing first, and everything else is now pushed in the back. The blues, oh, I love it. But we're gonna drip and we're gonna make this delicious. And you don't have to do them all. I'm just gonna blow them out a little bit because they're a little too dark for my taste. I mean, I'm not hating on it. It's, if you want it that dark, please go ahead. I just love all this. Oh, it's dripping right there. Let's move you this way. But I'm not going to waste that drippiness. No way. There we go. Matter of fact, drip there, baby. All right, let's put you this way now. Yes, yes, yes. Look at that. Oh, I love it. And I'm just going to let the wind take it where it wants to go. You want to go there? You go ahead. You want to know something funny? I have been obsessed with abstract art. I want to make abstract art. I couldn't make this abstract art if I wanted to. When I sit and try to make it purposely, I do this and I'm like, you know, that wouldn't be too bad if I, you know, I have the worst time. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead, go in and get the majority of that water off. And then look at it and see like what exactly I want and where I want. Now this is very, that's kind of dark and it's not coming up because it's sealed now by that Mod Podge, which is deliciously good. I mean, that's good. So I'm gonna have to do something over there because that's gonna drive me bananas. That purple I'm spreading everywhere because I didn't seal it. But let's say like you're like, oh, I don't like this bit right here. Well, I haven't sealed it yet. I haven't put the Mod Podge on it yet to seal it. So I could just go in with my wet brush and take all that purple off I just did if I wanted to. You know, so that's something. So this is I got at the dollar store as well. And I'm just gonna wet the tip, just the tip. And then I'm gonna go in with some, I'm gonna make some designs, I think. Let me try, what is this? I don't think this is black. If it is, I don't care. No, it's some sort of blue. So, why are you sticking to me? I want to do a couple shapes. Oh, that's pretty. And you know, I didn't seal it. I did not seal it yet. And I'm okay. That's fine. But now I'm going to keep drying that brush. And I did not wet the whole brush, just the tip. Kathy Spires, I don't know if you know, I only wet the tip on here, okay? Just the tip. Not the whole thing. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Okay, so then I want, let's turn it. I love the way that comes. Can you see? Yeah, I love it. And it's pretty dry already, so that's good. So I'm going to just go in a little bit more. And let's do purple again. And I think I'm going to do the same thing, but smaller. Like that, and then dry it. Although that's cool too, like if you leave it like that, but I don't know, I'm into this right this second. Oh, and it kind of went in there a little bit. That's all right, I'm leaving that go. You be free, little friend. I can even go. And like go around here if I want, adding a little bit of, just to kind of bring that color. Like that, and then maybe just a little bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, I love it. And it gives it like depth and like, oh, I'm going to do that on one of my abstracts. You're going to see that again. Okay. So anyway, so you see. So That's what I'm going to do with this. And then I think I'm going to take a little bit of, just draw that a little bit, the magenta, and just kind of go back and do this again. Nothing too fantastical, but like just to add. You know, a little bit of something. I don't know. Is it something that we want? Who knows? But it's something we're going to have. And that's good enough for me. Good enough for me. Yeah. Yep. Oh, need something here. Just a little bit. And then I can just take this and, I mean, look, it's just giving us vibes of all kinds. And look, nothing goes to waste. Oh, I love this. Now I might want to suck some of this up. Maybe. Just gonna a little bit here and there. Okay. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm gonna dry it, and this will take no time to dry because it's watercolor. Oh, white would be like to highlight in here. Oh. Now here's the thing. I'm not gonna take forever to dry it on here because I'm not gonna do anything else on it. But this is a background, or it could be a finished piece. It could be an art journal page or whatever. These are very strong. If you don't like them, you can make them run, or like maybe, well, see, this is where I get in trouble because I'm like, you know what? One squirt won't hurt. Come on, come on. Then I'll run it into there. And then I'll lighten that up a little bit. Come on. Yeah. I just love the drippiness. Okay, so anyway, I'll quit dripping and doing all that. I will not be spraying it to seal it because if I use this as a background, I'm going to want to do more on top. I mean, I am going to spray it if I want to do something on top. If I want to leave this as a page, if it's in my art journal or to add it into a journal that I'm making, then I would, you know, I could leave it alone. I don't have to do anything on it. Just remember, it's watercolor, so anything you go on top of, even if you go to put glue or whatever, that's what's going to happen is it will run if you don't seal it. So that is that. A lot of fun just to do watercolor. And look, if you don't have the Mod Podge Ultra, let me just tell you. All right. I know people are going to give me grief and all that kind of stuff, but whatever. Take a little bit of your Mod Podge matte or glot, whatever you have. Most of us have matte. Put a little bit like that into a water bottle like this, right? Like this. And then put double the water. And then shake it. And then spray light sprays, very light. Let it dry or use your heat gun. If you don't have Mod Podge, you can use your white school glue, the glue all. If you use the if you use the Elmer's white school glue, because it's water, it'll react again, be reactivated again. So use glue all or whatever. But you know, give it a spray, let it dry, and then you can work on top. You know, it's essentially the same thing. The Mod Podge Ultra does have, it's made more for this. It's easier. You got it in the bottle. maybe I'll do a giveaway of one of them because I would love for you guys to try this. I know you guys give me grief, but it's like some of you do. But I love the Mod Podge Ultra. I mean, I really do. I use the matte way more than the gloss. Now, if I wanted to like seal this and hang it on the wall or whatever, I would use the gloss. But you know, like if I wanted it to have that sheen. But like, look how pretty this comes out with watercolor. So really experiment. I know I know I have to do a video because I get asked these questions all the time, and I'm not going to get into it right now. But is this archival? I don't, you know, if I'm using my Mod Podge Ultra and all that, yes. If you're using your glue all from Elmer's, probably not. If you're using your Mod Podge matte, it's like archival, so yeah. Or you can use gel medium, whatever. But that's a whole other video for a whole other day, so I'm not going to get into this. So this is using my dollar store items. I used this, which I ripped off the thing. I used my sponge brush, which I bought the big pack. I used my sink thing, which I love. And then I used the pads. Oh, there's someone here. We're just going to do a little of that. And that's all from the dollar store, and a piece of paper, which you can get a pad at the dollar store. And you just have fun. And like I said, if you're not worried about archival, use your glue all, the Elmer's glue all. I've used the Elmer's washable. I've used the Elmer's glue all. I've been using them for years and years, and I'm old, getting old. Years and years and years and years and years. I've also used Mod Podge for years and years and years and years and years, way before plaid even came into my life like that. My grandmother, that's what she used, and that's what we did. So, you know, nothing's turned yellow on me yet, but I know that there's chemical things. I know, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, look into it for yourself. For me, I use Mod Podge or I use white school glue. Okay, end of rant. Thank you if you watched this far for this. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun doing, and I hope you liked it. Now, let me show you what I did. So, if you guys are in my group, you guys know that, even not, I might have shared it. Plaid does these paint-alongs during the week. They have a bunch of different great things that they do. Well, for this paint-along, it's I can't think of what it's called off the top of my head. They do like the most funnest things, and they have the funnest hosts. So this past week, Chris Williams, I believe is her name, did the pumpkins. So I got my pumpkins, you know, on here and everything, and I'm going to change it and do a different word, like change it. We're going to do some vines that they said to do, and this delicious, delicious, delicious treasure gold. I can't even tell you guys. I'm going to do a video with it because it is fantastical. Anyway, so I have to finish this, but this is what it is. So on theirs, they wrote up here the word thankful. Okay. I realize I've said this a million times. I'm a mixed media artist. This is so hard for me to comprehend and do. And I do it mostly every week with them because I want to learn I want to do acrylic painting. I've done one or two by Painting with Jane. I've done one by Cinnamon Cooney. It's hard for me to follow Cinnamon Cooney sometimes because it has nothing to do with her. It has to do with my brain, and like Painting with Jane, or even like this, they go through the whole painting. With Cinnamon, which I absolutely love listening to their banter, and I've said this before, my brain, if I stop doing something, my brain is just like, okay, on to the next. Like I can't continuously, it's very strange. I have a weird brain with illnesses and medications. It's just the way it is. I try really hard. So when I watch Cinnamon's videos, if there's one that I'm watching and I'm like, I think I can do this, I'll pause it. Let me see. And I have the time. I like trying, you know, sometimes they don't come out very good. But anyway, so I really love doing this with plaid. You have to be in their group to do this. The group's free. You could turn off notifications. It's not a big deal, but they only do the live streams in the group. But I am such a fan and love of these because it allows me to paint. So I did this. Like I said, it's not done yet. And why I'm laughing is because they put thankful up here, and I don't know if I want to put thankful. I wanted to hang this outside for uh, the feast and all. So anyway, I wrote to my mom and my sister, and I said I can't figure out what word to add. So down below here, Chris did like these a stencil with like these swirls, like as a table, and it's gorgeous. Now I have to put like the treasure gold here, and I'll show it when I'm done. But so I wrote my sister the word. I was like, I can't figure out a word, so she wrote back and put thankful. Should you put thankful? She has no idea what word was on there. So okay. So then my mom put, are they for fall or for hell? I don't know what that means, but I laugh. I think she means Halloween. But I laugh because I like when I was doing this, I was like, wouldn't it be cool to do these with skull faces and like creepy? So I painted this one black, and I'm like, I might do this with skull faces. That would be really cool, or like creepy doll faces or something. So I just laughed that she wrote that. It's just I'm getting old. Okay, so that is where I'm at. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I love you guys. Your comments and your emails and all, they just really, when I'm having a tough time, they really, really, really cheer me up and make my day. And I don't know. I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful. So, I just love doing this stuff with you. So if you guys do anything like this with watercolor or whatever you do, and you want to show me, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Pinterest. Tag me. And I would love to see what you guys do. I love seeing you guys' art. I love seeing what you guys do. And when you do something that I, have done or have explained or whatever, it really makes me happy. So that being said, all the links will be down below if you're interested. Thank you for watching this far. And keep an eye out for another question of the day. And as always, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I just cannot express that enough. And I love you guys. I love you guys. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.